Okay guys, we're doing a quick video here just to show you how to use your Edikio card layout designer to create all the different cards you want to make. When you first get it and you've installed it using the USB stick that comes in the box, you should have a shortcut that looks like this up here with the red box with the white E in it. That's your Edikio layout designer. Just open that up. Now, when you open this up at first, you won't be greeted with this screen. This is just a screen that you will basically be working from. But when you're starting a new screen, or when you first go into it, you'll be presented with a short video that gives you a few tips, which I would advise watching. Similar to this video, it'll just kind of tell you the basics. And I'll go as if I'm going to make a new one here, and it'll show you a bit of that. So here we have the category selection. Now, for yourselves, for most people that are buying from us or likely butchers, you would just select this. It doesn't matter too much what you select, because on the next section here, you will see that it gives you a choice of cards. Now, this basically sets up a layout for you, and you can choose from any one of these that you would like. If you see one that you like more than the others, you can select that. Or of course, you can select blank and just go from there. That's totally fine as well. If you want to narrow down your search, if you have multiple sizes of cards, you can choose the card size over here, and it will narrow down the search depending on what you tick. If I type long card and just tick that, it will just show me layouts for the long card, and again, for the different layouts of landscape and portrait, it will narrow that down as well. Don't think there seems to be any long card portrait ones, so that's fine. But for this example, we're just going to go to black cards, credit card size, and we are just going to choose one of these first ones here. Again, once you do that, you can choose if you want to start with a sample list. That will simply give you a list that is of fake things, things that aren't really what you want, but it'll give you a list to start with, and you can edit that list. Or you can import your own list if you have that saved somewhere, for example in an Excel sheet. Or you can just start with a list that's empty and fill that in as you go. We'll start with a sample list here just to show you what I'm talking about, because it's also a good way to get you started. I'll just click on finish here, and this will load it up and create our layouts. Now this has created this for us. This is because I've already got some here on this side, this is where your different categories go, but this is just called Butchers 2. And for this, we will just call this Butchers Demo. And that's fine. Now we go over here to go back to the screen, and it'll take us to this. Now this is your example cards layout that I was telling you about. Like I said, this just gives you somewhere to start, a few cards that you can kind of see how your layout looks, and if you want to change anything about it. Now to change the information that appears on the cards, you simply double click on any of these boxes here, delete it, and you could put anything you like in there. Just press enter and that will change. Over here on the right hand side you will see a preview of how it looks on the card. Again, very easy to use. In the price section you can put whatever you like. You can put per kilo, like for example this one's already set as per kilo, which is good. So say you want to make it £3 a kilo. You would just simply click there. Oops, just a minute here. So is that the one you want? And there you go. Now as you can see over here, this has changed to £3 per kilo. You can change the unit price to each or anything else that you like. It doesn't have to be that. Again, you can change any of these to anything you like. You can even change this little image here. There's a bunch of images that you can choose from, or you can select your own image if you have a logo saved on your computer somewhere that you'd like to use. That's fine as well. Now, if you want to change where the items sit on the ticket, you go over here to this little pencil and click on that. And this will open up the actual section that lets you move things around on the ticket. Like I said before, the actual description of the things that you want on there, the actual item names, you can change that in that previous section. But on here, all you're doing is moving around things that you want to change. And it's easy enough. You just click on the item you want to change, and you can drag it about, move things up and down, just in case you want to change the layout of where something sits. Move it lower, move it higher. It's easy to do. You can drag it around, no problem. Another thing to note is if you accidentally, or even on purpose, delete one of these sections and it disappears like that, I've just got rid of the description section, so now there will be no description showing. All I need to do to get that back is to click on this and drag it up and just drop it on there. That'll bring it back onto the ticket, and I can lay it out again however I like. You can stretch it so that it's the right size, put it where you want it to be, and the rating will automatically adjust to how big or small you make that box. So you can choose what you want to stand out and what you want to be a little bit more hidden. Again, on the right hand side here, whenever you click on any of these boxes, you will see these options here. The one that you're mostly going to be dealing with, if you want to change anything, is this font section here. This will allow you to change your font style. Well, the font name, if you have any fonts on your computer, this will give you the option to use them, as well as all the ones that come with the Edikio suite. You can change the style, as in bold or italics or anything like that. And the point size is automatic, meaning that when you change the box that item, that rating is in, it will automatically change the font size so it fits in the best way. If you want to make it so that a font is a certain size and it stays that way, that's fine too. You just click on there and change the font size to it. You can type in there whatever you like the font size to be, not a problem at all. Once you're done in here, anything you've changed you want to save, you can just click on this button up here to save it. That will save it automatically. You don't need to do anything else. And then you just go over to the X on this one here and it closes this. This will take you back to this bit here. And as you can see, the changes we've made have been applied. Any movement that we've done, any font that we've changed, anything that you would like to change will be applied to all of your tickets instead of just one at a time. So like I said, go over it again just as one kind of additional bit of information. On this page, you can change what you want the tickets to say. This is where you put the information. This is where you can add other things like that down here. You can add an extra ticket in. If you don't have enough, you can just create a new one. Or you can delete a ticket if you don't need it. It says, do you wish to delete this? This is the one I want here. I can say OK and get rid of that. But this page is mainly for laying out your information that you want to appear on your ticket and how, however many tickets you have. You have 10, 20, 30 tickets, you type them up here and that's where the information comes from. And if you want to move the ticket layout about, you want to perhaps move the price up or down or move the image to the other side, like I said before, you go to this pencil and that will let you edit the tag layout. Okay guys, so having done all that, when you're happy with your ticket, you can go to print it. Now down in the bottom right hand corner you've got two options. You can either just, if you hit this one, you can print straight away and it will just, without asking you for any details, it will just print it straight out of the printer. Or if you want to check on some of your options that you have, you want to make sure it's all selected the right printer and all that different sort of thing, you can click print with options, which is good to do maybe on the first time you're doing it, just to make sure that it's definitely got the right ticket, the right cards and the right tickets selected, as well as the right printer selected. And if you want to print front and back, if you have the duplex printer, you can do that. But if you have the flex or the access, just need to make sure, it probably shouldn't give you the option to print on the back, which is fine, and make sure you've just got the right ticket size and the amount of copies you want of that particular ticket done. And once you're happy with that, you just go over to here and just click and it'll print it straight out, and that'll be you sorted. That should cover everything. Of course, we are always on the phone or email if you ever need any additional help, so feel free to give us a call if there's anything that is confusing you or anything that you need a little bit of additional help on. We are always happy to help.